Basically we are here to introduce our lovely Vijaya ma'am. அவங்க வந்து எங்களுக்கு இந்த ஜேர்னியில் ஒரு ஒரு வெரி முக்கியமான ஒரு கேரக்டர் அவங்க. She's helped us to a lot of things psychologically main. It's not birthing is just one small part of it, to be honest. And the travel and the journey அவங்க வந்து she made it so smooth for us that I feel every woman out there should experience this. Hey my dear Vijay ma'am.
She's back.
Hi. Thank you so much. Coming off another birth, so that always gives a very good feeling. Be back. Lotus birth. Lotus birth.
Yeah.
So really spiritually all there. So
I don't think many of them know what lotus birth is here, ma'am. A lot of them ask me, நிறைய பேர் கேட்டது வந்துட்டு பயமா இல்லையா, you know, water birth அப்படினா வந்துட்டு is it safe, அதுதான் வந்து first question கேட்டாங்க. So what would you like to tell them about that?
The water birth is where the woman is in a body of water, whether it's a deep water tub or wherever. That's where we are looking at in the current scenario. Adula the mother basically feels very, very comfortable. Number when we come from outside, when you are very tired, one of the best things that we know works really well is a nice shower. So water has a calming effect.
Yes.
It releases the stress. And then it makes the woman feel reasonably comfortable that this is my space, or the private space. So once you are in the tub, you can't really, intervene in there too much. So generally, unless the woman has some other condition where, there may be an extra bleed, or she has got very bad high blood pressure, or her bag of waters has been broken for several days, or anything where we know needs emergency assistance, water birth is super, super safe. Next question is, baby and the water la porakarche baby drown aidada illa and the water swallow pannada. That is the question. So Shruti, you had answered this in one of your, and the post you had answered that exactly. So in that, the baby is in the womb, it's in a watery environment. வெளியில வரச்சையும் we are not keeping the baby inside the water for long period. It just comes out and comes on to the mother. So generally, until the baby air is touching the baby's face, and there is a pressure differential which is there from the inside pressure to the outside pressure, the baby will not take its first breath. There is something called a dive reflex which is activated. So breathing does not happen. So breathing agalanna, the cord which is still nourishing the baby inside the womb is still going to nourish the baby in that moment of transition. Right. So what happens is, when the baby comes out, it is a gentler environment for the baby. It's a gentler environment for the transition or gentler from the womb watery environment to the watery environment outside, and it's a very gentle welcome to the baby. So
ma'am, we
that's
just got
why
a question here. Somebody asked a nice question. Is it possible for obese women?
So obese women, again, it is about the fitness. It is not just about the weight. So we have had women who have 37 kgs give birth, and we have had 125 kg women give birth. The idea is that fitness levels, mental preparation, physical preparation is important. And the other thing is, in case of an emergency, the facility and the people should be able to get her out quickly. So there is a certain category of obesity where I would myself not feel comfortable to get her inside, because what if she's bleeding and I can't get her out? But generally, if I think if there is a good level of if the mom's active, the labor is moving well.
True.
And if we have measures to bring her out, then I think we are all right.
I think the common question that most of them ask is twins and C-section munadi irundha vande, can you
VBAC.
Can you have a VBAC, and can you also give birth to twins via water birth?
So twins via water birth possible. Again, we have to look at that particular mother. First of all, again, just twins, if the baby is head down, the first baby is head down, generally it makes it much easier to have the water birth with the twins. First baby breach irundhalum pannalam, but see, again, everybody's level of comfort is very different, right? So we look at the parent, we look at what are the information that they are willing to take, and the information like how much risk they are willing to take, everything. So twins பிறக்கிறதுனால there is slightly increased risk, okay, compared to a singleton baby. Most parents who come to us and have twin babies, they are okay with that. Now, on the twins, supposing first twin head down, that if with respect to whatever, that risk is little bit more. Then if the first twin is a breach, that risk is becomes a little bit more. So when you explain those things, though it is a small percentage of risk, you want to explain that to the parent in a way that they feel that this amount of risk is okay for us. Ungaloda family's risk-taking ability and next family's risk-taking ability might be different. For you, you might say, okay, I am prepared with this. Another person might say, no, I don't want this. I want it in a better manner. So if you look at it like that, in my birth center, we have never had a VBAC twin water birth. So, but we have had plenty of twins being born naturally. That we have had plenty. But we have never had a VBAC twin water birth. And it may happen. I'm not saying it will never happen, but it has to be in that perfect, zone of everyone being confident about the process.
Yes, ma'am.
As far as a previous cesarean session kapram water birth, 100% possible. That we have plenty of. So it is not only a water birth, but generally also. First of all, we have to see how many people get to try for a natural birth post cesarean in non-land. If you take an average Chennai scenario, average Hyderabad scenario, I would tell probably 90 to 95% of women with a previous cesarean section have a repeat C-section.
PCOD and hyperthyroidism.
PCOD and hypothyroidism. So what about them? Can they have a natural birth?
So PCOD and hypothyroidism, they are two separate conditions, but also sometimes can coexist. The thing is, once you have conceived, so there may be problems. Sometimes there may be problems with conceiving. Not all PCOD women have problems with conceiving, but sometimes there can be problems with conceiving. As far as the hypothyroidism is concerned, that may need some medication. But generally, once the conception has happened, and once the pregnancy is viable and healthy, there is no reason why a woman with either one of those conditions cannot have a normal delivery. Adukapra, if there are coexisting other comorbidities, that's a different story. But just PCOD or just hypothyroidism is completely okay. There is nothing that is preventing them from having either a natural birth or a water birth.
I think this goes even for diabetic women, right?
Diabetic women, same thing, yes. But diabetic women, then they have to be under good diabetic control. By itself, again, it's not that diabetes prevents anybody from having a natural birth. It's only that if the diabetes is not well controlled, it's only if it is the baby is grown over big. Sometimes in these women with uncontrolled diabetes or not good nourishment, because they are given such poor diets. Again, this is a big problem that I see. I had somebody come to me yesterday. She has diabetes. She's in the sorry. That's different. That is a very different story. But diabetes, they land up giving them such a poor diet. It is almost like a starvation diet. Then the placenta doesn't function well. So there are multiple things that you see. But as long as the sugars are well controlled, and as long as the mom's active, healthy, taking part in her own decision-making process, and if you have a good supportive team around you, there is no reason why she can't give birth naturally.
Ma'am, even when I was shocked, even with when Akira was in breech position at one certain point, I was like, everybody is like, oh, breech, means C-section.
Yeah.
And then when we spoke to you, like, breech, okay, you come and see me, maybe we can, help her turn. I'm like, what?
Yeah. And I was only like 30 weeks pregnant at that time, and not many of us know that most of the babies are in breech position till about 35 to 36 weeks. So we are like
mostly it's about 28 to 30. Mostly it's about 28 to 30. Most babies turn somewhere around that time. Some will turn later. But again, the midwifery skills are lost. The skills where you say that, okay, 20, 30 weeks or 31 weeks, the baby breach, and now what are things you can do? One of the reasons that we talked that I would like you to come slightly earlier rather than coming at 36 weeks was because I wanted to feel the baby and say, if the baby is still breech, what are things we can do? Right?
Yeah.
But if you already at 30 or 32 weeks, you tell your baby is breech or you must plan for a cesarean, makes no sense. And yes, some babies will turn as late as 36, 37 weeks. That also can happen. But generally in our practice, we don't wait till then. We say, okay, 30, 31, 32 weeks, pull a baby turn agalana. Let's encourage the baby with other things. All things said, despite everything that we do, 3% of babies will remain head up at birth, and they have their own intelligence. There is a reason why they are head up. And then we have the other conversations. Do you want a breech birth? What shall we do? And there are risks associated with it. So again, when we are looking today at talking about natural birth or water birth, we are not trying to tell them that every breech baby has to be born vaginally. We are not trying to tell them that every twin should be born vaginally. We are not trying to tell them that every previous cesarean section must have a normal delivery. We are not trying to tell them that nobody should have an episiotomy. We are not trying to tell them that everybody should have a water birth. What we are trying to tell them that for the vast majority of normal, healthy, low-risk women, if they are given good continuity of care and good support, then the chances of them having an excellent and optimal birth outcome, including perhaps a water birth, is sky high. That's what we should be telling. 95% of healthy, normal, low-risk women have a good chance of having a fantastic natural birth. And when we don't even talk about that, all the rest of the things become like, Shruti, with your cake knowledge, becomes icing on the cake. It is not the cake itself, right?
Ma'am said now. I saw ma'am with Shruti. I was just spectating, to be honest. And because I knew ma'am is there and she's taking care of Shruti. Ma'am, I'm telling you, these things men should see. It's one of the most beautiful experiences ever. I didn't know anything about this until Shruti actually started doing research about it. And then following her journey, I learned so many things. And these things are so nice. It's so beautiful. And now I really know why women, get that respect that they deserve, They do. I mean, why they are like that, why they're looked at as goddesses. And man, you're fabulous, man.
But again, additionally, think how women have given birth. Women have given birth surrounded by other women who have been comforting, knowledgeable overall to the bodily process. They may not be knowledgeable about the medical process, but then we have made it a medical event. Your grandmoms, when they gave birth, they were surrounded by other women. So women or caring and comfort automatically comes as a part of the genetic DNA, I think. Plus, in the current medical scenario where nobody has ever seen a normal delivery, or they only understand birth from the lens of media, where, amma ayara, kattara, anga irthin poram. Exactly. Illaya, very quick birth. Illaya or madri drama, and doctor will come and say, here is your baby. Illa na amma vada save panna mudiyudhu, child save panna mudiyudhu. These are all like weird things that, we keep hearing. And in the generation, 80% of women around you have also had a C-section. So, அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கச்சு, how will you learn that my body is capable of giving birth?
Correct. So I think பாதி பேருக்கு வந்து fear itself. The reason why I started doing this fear is like, ma'am, நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி நம்ம வந்து சின்ன வயசுல இருந்து படத்துல பார்த்து oh my god, it's going to be so painful, இப்படி கத்த போறாங்க, அப்படி பண்ண போறாங்க. And the moment I said like, எனக்கு நகுல் வந்து I want him to be next to me, not many people agreed to that. They said, no, your husband can't be inside. I'm like, no, I will not give birth if my husband is not inside. Because now, the person who we trust so much, who we are comforted easily by, and நம்ம பயந்தா வந்து யார் வந்து பக்கத்துல வேணும்னு சொல்லுவோம்.
And this was the best thing in our life. Today, I'm saying I can proudly tell Akira tomorrow our story that this is how you were born.
Correct. I will say one thing, that you guys worked as hard as any other person. Shruti worked as hard as any other mom. So I also say this, that when somebody calls me on the phone and say, can I book a water birth? I say, no, you can't. Because you're not booking a hotel room. No, you are not booking a hotel room. You are coming for the birth of your baby. You cannot book these things. And birth plans should flow. or you should have an idea, but it should not be that it is written in stone and I will have a I'll have a I'll feel very bad. It should not be like that. It should be that organically agano, but you have to put effort into it. This is what again Shruti was writing in all her posts. Neenga solradhu nakul. All these things are that do your homework. And the homework பண்ணுங்க. Make sure that you are healthy and active throughout. Make sure that you are eating it well throughout. Or a nourishment and the குழந்தை already by the time the baby is 8-10 weeks old, you have to start looking at nourishment of the body and soul. அதெல்லாம் பண்ணாம we have landed up being in a situation where நம்ம டாக்டர் கிட்ட போய் மெடிசின்ஸ் சப்ளிமெண்ட்ஸ் இதெல்லாம் பண்றோம். We look at for the best looking hospital. It's not about looks. You can have just a simple home in a simple, environment and still have the best possible birth. And you can have the best possible hospital environment where you have, 24/7 people hand and foot waiting on you and bringing you mocha, coffee and coconut ice cream and yet have a horrible birth experience.
So I got two more main questions. They were like, எப்படி வந்து பயம் இல்லாம இருந்தது? How did you, be so fearless? So I'll tell you one thing is the research. We did a lot of research and we attended Lama's class. And I have to tell you, anybody who is pregnant right now, if you could attend Lama's class, like ma'am has, for a 4-week session every Saturday for 2 to 3 hours, we have a Lama's class, and the parents to be need to attend that. I'm telling you, you will be confident enough to.
Now, if people don't know about Lama's class also, theek hai, chalo, they don't know. What I would tell you is, if you go to a person and you're telling like, okay, I'm pregnant, I want to give birth to a child, do they take care and they talk to you? Do they actually give their ear and listen to you?
Hats off, no, really, and you're doing an amazing job putting this out there, because your reach in your voice, you're using it for such an amazing purpose, and I think people should be doing this because we are impacting the next generation of humanity.
And ma'am, with you, I have to tell this to the fan, that with you, what I felt is, it's not business for you, it's passion. You otherwise the way you work, no normal man can do. You're supernatural.
Thank you.